This is a really good start to the show. Four fellows who come from Norwich, and the number they're going to sing, you might recognize. Mike Hawker and Brian Bennett wrote it not so many years ago called Sarah's Coming Home. This now is Peter Collins with Style. Sarah's Coming Home. That was the number to start us off with. Peter Collins with Style. Was it with style for you, Lionel Blair?
Tremendous style. I thought, well, it's the sort of music and sound that I love, and I think with the Void, with Engelbert and Tom in America now, I don't see how this group and this Peter Collins can go wrong. I love them. For me, I thought it was smashing. I think the young marrieds, maybe not the teeny boppers, but the young marrieds and the married people would just love it. I mean, you'd go to a club and see this act, you've had a good evening.
Thank you very much. Lionel starting us off well. Jimmy?
Well, me also. I think they've got great style. They're very well dressed, a very good-looking group, and I think the lead singer is excellent. They all played well, and they sang very well. They're great harmonies, and I think they put it all together. I think they'd record very well indeed, and to quote my old mate, Jack Parnell, right on.
Right on. All right, right on. Okay, lovely. Well, Martin, is this the sort of music that you will like?
Yeah, I think that the bouquet of barbed wire generation of ladies will like Peter Collins very much. You know, he really, you know, and he's got good teeth. And it's very important. Seriously, and I think, you know, he's visually a very good act and a lovely, stylish group, well named. Like them.
Now, three very happy people so far. Peter, have you any sort of comments to make about them?
Yes, I'm very happy with them. I think they're a type of act that can work in any room in the country. This is very important. They look tremendous. And it's so nice to see a good lead singer that has found himself an attractive backing group. They all look good. They look like a first-class act. The presentation is nice. And I can't see, with just that little bit of luck that you need in show business, why they really don't make it very big.
Well, let's see what you do now, gentlemen, with the marks. They're obviously happy so far. Presentation, Lionel.
Well, I can't fault the presentation. 10.
10 for presentation. Jimmy.
I'll go with 10.
10 more. Martin.
9.
9. And Peter?
9.
That's 38. It's a great start. Content, Lionel?
I love the song. 9.
9. Jimmy?
Me also, 9.
Martin?
8.
And Peter?
9.
That's 35. Very good. Entertainment value, Lionel?
10.
10 for entertainment value, says Lionel. Jimmy?
10 from me.
10 again. Martin?
I seem to be the one under, but 9.
9. And Peter?
Again, 9.
38, 111. Good, good. Well. And we've only started. We've got 6 more acts like that tonight. I can assure you, you just cannot... Myself with the song. And we welcome back a group that certainly appealed to a lot of you at home. Peter Collins with Style.
Sometimes I feel so insecure, and love so distant and obscure remains the cure.
Peter Collins with Style. Straight away to you, Mickey. Do you think they chose the right number for this show tonight?
Oh, I did, yeah. It's a terrific song and a very good performance. It's quite amazing to me because, you know, this music business is a strange business. You know, one minute you've got punk rockers and the next minute you've got people with hair down the back. But these guys have come out with something, I think, really nice and fresh. I like the grand piano approach and the smoking jackets and all. And nice-looking guys. I don't think he should ever think of going on his own. I think he should stay with the group because I think the group and him make it really together. I think on his own he might struggle, but with the group it really looked nice.
Definite chances then, says Mickey. Okay, Les Reed, the other end of the panel.
Yes, I think the lead singer has a very distinctive voice. The only thing that worried me about that song, and I know the Eric Carmen disc very, very well because my daughter plays it at 8 o'clock every morning. The only thing is that he sings all by myself. You know, that's not Queen's English, Ari. You know, but that was the only criticism I had, and I feel, as Mickey said, that, you know, they look so good. The lead singer wears a nice tuxedo with a bow tie, and the rest wear lovely frilly shirts.
Funny you couldn't follow his example.
No, in fact, they didn't pay me last week, so I can...
All right, we're going to stop you, Les. Thanks very much, Peter Collins, with Style, yeah. I think it's very nice, Les. It could come back. Anyway, we're going to move on.
USA, UK, 89. Tony Kent, 92. John Lord, 77. Peter Collins with Style, 98. Our Kid, 88. Wine and Roses, 94.
Interesting. In third place is Tony Kent with 92. In second place, Wine and Roses, but the leader, after the first set of judging, Peter Collins with Style. There they are. Well, we'll see. Jimmy Henney, marks again out of 100.
Tam O'Shanter, 85. J.J. Stewart, 80. Wheels, 78. USA, UK, 85. Tony Kent, 88. John Lord, 85. Peter Collins and Style, 94. Our Kid, 88. And Wine and Roses, 94.
Tony Kent still third on the scoreboard. In second place, still Wine and Roses, and at the halfway mark, still leading, is Peter Collins with Style. Yes, we're now halfway through. Martin Jackson.
Tam O'Shanter, 81. J.J. Stewart, 78. Wheels, 76. US, UK, 80. Tony Kent, 84. John Lord, 77. Peter Collins with Style, 92. Our Kid, 80, and Boots and Hot Pants, 86.
Martin, just a brief comment before we go on, Martin. Why did you mark it that way? Why did you...
What, Boots and...
Yeah. No, I mean...
Well, I thought Peter Collins is one of the most exciting new male singers I've seen on the show this year, quite honestly.
Well, that's great. Well, they're in first place at the present with just one more set of judging to come. And as always, it's the gentleman at the end who has to make the final decision. Mickey, you've got the usual 100 marks to give. Off you go.
Off we go. Tam O'Shanter, 75. J.J. Stewart, 65. Wheels, 70. USA, UK, 70. Tony Kent, 69. John Lord, 60. Peter Collins with Style, 75. Our Kid, 70. And Wine and Roses, 69.
In third place is Tony Kent, ladies and gentlemen, with 333 points. In second place is Wine and Roses with 343 points, but leading quite considerably, the act you'll see next week here live from Studio 1 in Birmingham, Peter Collins with Style. Mickey, I know next week we'll be watching this show, and we won't be watching this show. He'll be in Malibu Beach next week, the lucky fellow, Malibu Beach. Martin will be watching the show. Good. Jimmy Henney will be in hospital, Whittington Hospital. I hope that you're not going to be there for too long, Jimmy.
I hope not.
Well, anyway, get well soon. And finally, Les Reed, I know you'll be conducting a choir in Woking next Saturday. Lovely to see you all on the series. We hope we'll see you in the next series of New Faces. Next week, that quartet on the panel for the final show. I hope you'll join us for a very special occasion of New Faces. Good night. Yes.
1977 Gala Final.
Yes, this is sadly the end of the series tonight, but a very exciting finish on New Faces. We've just 8 acts left out of the 200 that started about 7 months ago. And they've all wandered down this corridor at one time or another, very nervously towards the main studio, which is where we're going now. The studio packed for the occasion tonight. The 8 acts await us in the wings, and the final judgment from that last quartet in this series. And of course, the judgment is very important tonight because the act that wins goes to Las Vegas and also picks up this, our little busker dressed in gold for tonight's occasion. I'll see you in a moment.
And the acts competing for this golden busker and a trip to the MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas are from Norwich, Peter Collins and Style. From Merseyside, Mike Stan Douglas. From Exeter, Simone. From London, the Bob Clark Ensemble. Also in London, Mr. Carline and Mr. Walling. From Portsmouth, Coffee and Cream. From Glasgow, Brian Taylor. From the Isle of Wight, Kite. Special guest, last year's Gala final winner, Nookie, accompanied by Roger de Courcy. And now, they've got a great deal of talent, and tonight they're going to show us more of that talent with this Jim Webb number, MacArthur Park. Welcome once more, Peter Collins with Style.
For us, girl, it went one step ahead as we followed in the dance. In the parted pages, we were dressed in fevered rods of iron, like a striped pair of pants. Melting in the dark, all the sweet green ice came flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I could take it, but it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. But after melting in the dark, all the sweet green I see flowing down. Someone let the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to make it, and I'll never have that recipe again. Oh, no.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. That was a great Jim Webb number there done by Peter Collins with style. The main marking tonight, and remembering the procedure, each panelist is up to 100 marks to give to each of the 8 acts. And Jack Parnell, perhaps before you give your marks, could you tell us what you felt about the acts themselves and any points you have to make?
Well, I thought it was a terrific show.
Yeah.
It really was a terrific show, and the standard of talent was really very high indeed, and all quite close to each other in their own way. I thought it was a really outstanding show, it really
Good.
was.
Well, I hope
Impressed
the
with
audience
everybody.
agreed with that, yes. All right, Jack, your marks beginning with Peter Collins with style.
Peter Collins with style, 80. Mike Stan Douglas, 84. Simone, 88. Bob Clark Ensemble, 83. Mr. Carlin and Mr. Walling, 78. Coffee and Cream, 90. Brian Taylor, 90. And Kite, 80.
You've tied it then after the first set of marking.
The way I felt about it.
Obviously, Jack couldn't make up his mind there, and you tied that. Is there a reason why, Jack, you tied it that way?
I just thought they were so hard to choose which was the best out of the 2 acts.
So you...
I thought Brian Taylor was a terrific singer, but I also thought Coffee and Cream had great charm, and I just couldn't make up my mind. So
all right, well,
I gave
you've
the vote
tied it at 90 all. We'll see how that develops from now on in. Muriel, the same procedure. And just before, again, we start, any points you'd like to make about the acts tonight? Anything about content, for instance?
Well, I think perhaps the songs could have been better for tonight because it's a very important night. But basically, they are all lovely artists, and they're all very professional, very, very clever artists. I give a few more points for some things and some people, because for me, although they're all very professional, very competent, a few of them have a bit more heart and truth in their performances. I think perhaps they concentrate too much sometimes on performing and don't work completely from here. So if they make me laugh when they're laughing or cry when they're crying, then I give a few points more.
All right. Well, let's see how you do in the marks. Muriel, off you go.
Right. Well, Peter and his style, 90. Mike, 91. Simone, 89. Bob Clark Ensemble, 92. And Mr. Carlin and Mr. Walling, 90. Coffee and Cream, 94. Brian Taylor, 95. And Kite, 93.
There's just 1 point in it then. Yes, Coffee and Cream in second place. In first place, Brian Taylor. So... You've broken Jack's stalemate there, you see, Muriel. 1 point between the 2 acts then, 184 against 185. We reached halfway. And now to you, Mr. Bernie Rothkopf. You'd like to take all 8, would you, to your hotel?
I would, yes.
Anyway.
I have one comment to make.
Yes.
Being an American, the English humor, the comedians suffer from my viewpoint.
Yeah.
Because some of it is local humor, and I really don't relate to it as well as I do to the musical
We can
groups.
understand exactly what you're saying, actually.
So.
Anyway, off you go with the marks. And start again with Peter Collins with style.
Peter Collins with style, 85.
Yes.
Mike Douglas, 80. Simone, 80. Bob Clark Ensemble, 82. Mr. Carlin and Mr. Walling, 78. Coffee and Cream, 93. Brian Taylor, 90. And Kite, 82.
Thank you very much indeed. It is extremely close because Brian Taylor was in the lead after Muriel's set of judging, but now the lead has switched back to Coffee and Cream by 2 points. Yes. Well, well, as they say, Tony Hatch, you've come back to an interesting show, and you've got to make the final decision virtually with those marks of yours. Any little tidbits to say before?
The decision's made. No, I was interested in what Bernie said about the British humour in not working so well for them in America. You know, sometimes it doesn't work for me here either. And I think that... I still think that the one thing that everybody needs is the improvement in the material. You know, I think even for a gala show, the material for the funny men wasn't funny enough. And there's one other point I'd like to make too, and is that I think that musical acts should be very careful about plugging records on a show like this. I think this is a time when you've got to think very carefully about winning the show, doing the right material for it, and not trying to promote a record and keeping a record company happy.
Thank you for those thoughts, Tony, and now perhaps you'll reflect those thoughts in your marks.
Peter Collins and Style, 78. Mike Douglas, 82. Simone, 84. Bob Clark, Ensemble, 80. Mr. Carleen and Mr. Walling, 73. Coffee and Cream, 92. Brian Taylor, 88. And Kite, 83.
Brian Taylor is second. Coffee and Cream are the winners. I think that's the closest final we've ever had. 6 points in the end, but it kept chopping and changing the lead. Brian Taylor finished second, and I know he must be feeling probably a little low, but everybody, I'm sure, deserves great credit for tonight, and I hope that they'll all enjoy that Frankie Vaughan series down there on Southern Television. Thank you very much, Tony Hatch. Thank you, too, to Bernie Rothkopf. You can get some sleep now. Muriel Young and Jack Parnell. It's the last time we'll see them in the series. It is, after all, the last program. We'll be back in September, though, with more new faces for you. In the meantime, have a very enjoyable summer, and join us again in the autumn. Good night.